Let's explore SSL/TLS protocols, which stands for Secure Socket Layer and Transport Layer Security. These protocols are crucial for ensuring security, encryption, authentication, and integrity in online communications. SSL or Secure Sockets Layer, and its successor TLS or Transport Layer Security, are cryptographic protocols. They are designed to provide secure communication over a computer network. These protocols ensure data privacy, data integrity, and authentication between communicating applications. Now let's look at the evolution of these protocols. In 1995, SSL version 2.0 was the first public release, but it has since been deprecated. In 1996, SSL version 3.0 was a major redesign, but it has also been deprecated. In 1999, TLS version 1.0 was introduced as an upgrade from SSL version 3.0. In 2008, TLS version 1.2 brought enhanced security features. Finally, in 2018, TLS version 1.3 became the current standard with improved speed and security. Now let's discuss how SSL/TLS fits into the network stack. SSL/TLS operates between the application layer, which includes protocols like HTTP, File Transfer Protocol, and Simple Mail Transfer Protocol, and the transport layer typically using Transmission Control Protocol. Beneath that is the Internet layer using Internet Protocol, and finally the Network Interface layer. SSL/TLS operates between the application layer and the transport layer, providing a secure channel for application protocols. Application data is encrypted by SSL/TLS before being passed to TCP for transmission, creating a secure tunnel for data exchange. Examples of this include HTTPS, which is HTTP plus SSL/TLS, FTPS, which is FTP plus SSL/TLS, and SMTPS, which is SMTP plus SSL/TLS. Let's walk through the SSL/TLS handshake process. First, the client sends a client hello message, which includes the SSL/TLS versions, cipher suites, and a random value. Next, the server responds with a server hello message, selecting the protocol version and cipher suite, sending its certificate and a random value. Then, the client verifies the server certificate and sends a pre-master secret encrypted with the server's public key in the key exchange. Both parties then create session keys using the exchanged information. Finally, both sides exchange finished messages encrypted with session keys to verify the handshake, allowing for secure data exchange to begin. To summarize the handshake steps: 1. The client sends a client hello, including supported SSL or TLS versions, cipher suites, and a random value. 2. The server sends a server hello, selecting the protocol version and cipher suite, and sending its certificate and a random value. 3. The client verifies the server certificate and sends a pre-master secret encrypted with the server's public key in key exchange. 4. Both parties generate identical session keys using the exchanged information. 5. Both sides exchange finished messages encrypted with session keys to verify the handshake. Let's explore cipher suites and key exchange methods. A cipher suite is a set of algorithms that help secure a network connection using TLS or SSL. An example of a modern cipher suite is TLS, elliptic curve Diffie-Hellman ephemeral, Rivest-Shamir, Adelman with advanced encryption standard 256-bit, Galois counter mode, secure hash algorithm 384. This cipher suite involves key exchange, which defines how the symmetric encryption key is shared, like ECDHI. Authentication, which defines how the server is authenticated, like RSA. Bulk encryption, which defines the algorithm for encrypting data, like AES 256 GCM. And message authentication, which ensures message integrity, like SHA 384. Now let's look at key exchange methods. Rivest-Shamir, Adelman key exchange. The client encrypts the pre-master secret with the server's public key. Simple but doesn't provide forward secrecy. Diffie-Hellman, it allows two parties to jointly establish a shared secret over an insecure channel without actually transmitting the secret. Elliptic curve Diffie-Hellman ephemeral, a variant of Diffie-Hellman using elliptic curve cryptography, provides forward secrecy and is more efficient than traditional Diffie-Hellman. Finally, forward secrecy ensures that session keys will not be compromised even if the server's private key is compromised in the future. Now let's delve into SSL/TLS certificates and certificate authorities. SSL/TLS certificates are digital documents that bind a public key to an identity, such as an organization or domain, and are verified by trusted certificate authorities. Certificates have a specific structure including version, typically X.509 version 3 serial number, a unique identifier assigned by the certificate authority subject the entity being certified, such as a domain or organization, issuer, the certificate authority that issued the certificate, validity period, the start and expiration dates, public key, the certified public key, and signature, the certificate authority's digital signature of the certificate. Certificate authorities form a hierarchical trust model, where each level vouches for the authenticity of the level below it. At the top, we have the root certificate authority, then an intermediate certificate authority, and finally, the end entity certificate, which is the server or client certificate. Root certificate authorities are self-signed certificates that are pre-installed in browsers and operating systems. Intermediate certificate authorities are signed by root certificate authorities and issue end entity certificates. When a server presents its certificate, it also provides the chain of certificates leading back to a trusted root. This is called a certificate chain. Let's compare different TLS protocol versions. Starting with SSL 2.0, released in 1995, which is now deprecated due to serious flaws. Next is SSL 3.0, released in 1996, also deprecated and vulnerable to poodle attacks. TLS 1.0, released in 1999, is considered legacy and has been subject to beast attacks. TLS 1.1, released in 2006, is also legacy and offers protection against cipher blockchaining attacks. TLS 1.2, released in 2008, is secure, with SHA 256 and authenticated encryption with associated data ciphers. TLS 1.3, released in 2018, is the recommended version, with a simplified handshake and improved security. Key improvements in TLS 1.3 include faster handshakes, reduced from 2 round-trip times to 1 round-trip time by combining messages, with optional 0 round-trip time resumption for repeat connections. It also removed legacy algorithms, eliminating support for Message Digest 5, Secure Hash Algorithm 1, Rivis Cipher 4, Data Encryption Standard, Triple Data Encryption Standard, and other vulnerable algorithms. Mandatory perfect forward secrecy. All key exchange mechanisms provide forward secrecy by default. Encrypted handshake. More of the handshake is encrypted, protecting client and server from eavesdropping. As an example, to enable TLS 1.3 in Node.js, you can specify minimum version TLS v1.3 in the options. Common attacks and vulnerabilities include Beast or browser exploit against SSL/TLS, which exploits vulnerabilities in cipher blockchaining mode encryption to recover portions of encrypted data, affecting TLS 1.0 and below. Poodle or padding oracle on downgraded legacy encryption, which forces connection downgrade to SSL 3.0, then exploits padding vulnerability to decrypt data, affecting SSL 3.0. Heartbleed is a buffer overread vulnerability in OpenSSL that allowed attackers to read server memory, potentially exposing private keys, affecting OpenSSL 1.0.1 through 1.0.1f. Downgrade attacks forces clients to use older, less secure protocol versions or cipher suites that are easier to break, affecting various versions without proper protections. To mitigate these risks, follow these security best practices. 1. Use modern protocol versions. Disable SSL 2.0, SSL 3.0, TLS 1.0, and TLS 1.1. Use TLS 1.2 or preferably TLS 1.3. In Apache configuration, this can be achieved by setting the SSL protocol to -all plus TLS version 1.2 plus TLS version 1.3. 2. Implement strong cipher suites. use forward secrecy ciphers like elliptic curve Diffie-Hellman ephemeral or Diffie-Hellman ephemeral, and modern encryption algorithms like advanced encryption standard Galois counter mode. 3. Enable HTTP strict transport security. This instructs browsers to only use HTTPS for your domain, preventing downgrade attacks. You can set this in the response header. 4. Apply regular security updates. Keep SSL/TLS libraries and server software up to date with security patches. Let's look at implementing and testing SSL/TLS. Here are some implementation examples starting with Node.js. To create an HTTPS server in Node.js, you'll need the HTTPS and file system modules. Specify the path to your private key and certificate, as well as the minimum TLS version such as TLS v1.2. Then use https.createServer with the specified options to listen on port 443. You can also make a secure request using Node.js. Using the https.get method, you can specify the HTTPS address and then check the connection details, such as the peer certificate. Some testing and validation tools include SSL Labs Server Test, which provides a comprehensive analysis of SSL/TLS configuration, including protocol support, cipher suites, and known vulnerabilities. OpenSSL, a command line tool for testing SSL/TLS connections and certificate validation. Mozilla Observatory, which tests website security configurations, including SSL/TLS implementation and HTTP security headers. Future trends in SSL/TLS include post-quantum cryptography, development of quantum-resistant algorithms to protect against future quantum computing threats to current cryptographic methods, performance optimizations, a continued focus on reducing handshake latency and computational overhead while maintaining security, certificate transparency, expansion of public logs that record and monitor all certificate issuances to detect malicious or mistakenly issued certificates, encrypted server name indication, protecting server name indication to enhance privacy by preventing observers from seeing which websites users are visiting. In summary, SSL/TLS protocols are fundamental to secure communications on the Internet, providing encryption, authentication, and data integrity. The evolution from SSL to TLS 1.3 has significantly improved security and performance while addressing vulnerabilities in earlier versions. Proper implementation and regular updates are essential to maintain a strong security posture against evolving threats. And future developments will focus on quantum resistance, performance optimization, and enhanced privacy features. Here are some further resources you can use to learn more: Mozilla SSL Configuration Generator, OWASP TLS Cheat Sheet, and SSL Labs Best Practices. If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit codelucky.com for more such useful content.